The moment you guys been waiting for. The world famous Nasir Core. Everybody give it up for Nasir Core in the chat. This is gonna be a good one. Everybody make sure you get your popcorn ready. Nas, how you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling ready for the eighth.
How's that run we talked about? How's that run feeling right now? That run that you go on when you know that you're gonna be ready for the game?
Yeah, I think it's like I'm like 95% right now. I was like at like a 70, 80 in LA, just coming off my finger injury and stuff like that. But just getting back in the home, being able to like eat how I want to, train how I want to, get in the gym how I want to. I feel like everything's like starting to flip again.
So for those of you guys who don't know what's getting ready to go down, if you're brand new, you just crawl from under that rock. Nasir Core and Isaiah Briscoe are getting ready to match up. And we got some that's getting ready to be fun today. We're gonna go over some different matchups. Before we go into all that, let's actually go into your matchup. I need to know everything, man, because honestly, I'm just a fan. I'm so happy to be a part of all this stuff going on because I think that this is personally my favorite card that's ever happened. I've been a part of a lot of cards, setting up a lot of matchups, but this one has something to it that I did like Nas versus Frigga. That let me down. I didn't like Kyrie versus Nas. That let everybody down. But Nas versus Briscoe was supposed to happen, Nas. And when you heard about after he wasn't, or when you said that he was ducking, but when he went off to China after apparently signing the contract, when you found out now that this matchup was getting ready to happen, like what was your first thought? Were you happy? Were you just ready to get to it?
My first thought was don't let it happen again. I think
Mhm.
that was just kind of my first initial thought because I feel like it's been brewing for so long, and it's been like saying it's gonna happen, and it didn't happen. Saying something else happened, and there's always some obstacle that we gotta come through for this game to happen. So I just wanted it to happen because I know like what I'm capable of and what I'm going to execute on that date. So I just was ready to shock the world. To be honest, like I'm ready to show people like that this levels thing that they keep talking about, or this YouTube versus regular Joe thing that they keep talking about, it's all really a myth that they abuse, and they try to abuse their status of, where they went to college, or where they went, if they went to the league, or where they got drafted. When when you come to this part of the realm of basketball, it's kind of like it's my shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I stand on that for.
So I went out to New York. I'm flying out to learn the story, learn the tea, and basically his side of things. I don't know if you saw the video, but he just feels like you're not worthy of being on the same court as him. And that was like the main thing that he was trying to get across. His quote was, "Now they got me playing this effing full ASS N word." And my thing was, it's just well, it's not really so much my thing when he said that and kind of told me the story about how you came across the gym, was real buddy buddy with him, and then he said you took to live and then made it a whole big thing. Can you kind of walk me through how that whole thing went?
I really can't even explain to you what he be talking about for real. I feel like them them niggas up there just got like a certain persona about themselves that they try to carry and they try to hold. So, that's kind of his story of things. I feel like I never really had no beef with him because I don't just beef with niggas for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it never was that. At first it was like competitive nature. And I had beat two Jersey niggas that was like his partners. So when I beat him, I was like all the Jerseys stopped calling me unless your name Briscoe. So it started off with me. I called him out before I even knew, bruh. And then I made it to the tryouts. You know, he was there. He was talking his shit. I got drafted. We played against each other in the Big Three. I won that matchup. So I don't know where he's. This is like, in the Big Three, you stay in the same hotels, you practice at the same gym all the time. So it probably been a time that I might have came and shook his hand, but that's just me as a person. Like when I walk in, I shake everybody's hand. That's kind of like how I carry myself. But it's never been like I look up to him or some shit like that. Cause you feel me? I feel like everybody we bleed the same, we tie our shoes the same, we put our pants on the same. So
Well,
I
he
don't
had
know.
actually. Well, that was what was interesting to me is because he made it seem like you did kind of look up to him, but you just said that you didn't even really know who he was.
No, I always knew who he was.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm not gonna say like Briscoe name don't ring bells. Like no, we know who he is, but I seen it. I went against it. This shit don't like it ain't special to me. Like it's regular.
So, and this is we're looking at the footage of what actually happened. We're just kind of walking through the city of New York, and he had just worked out with Chris Brickley. And do you think that he hasn't? Well, maybe you don't feel like that, but some people are saying that they're saying that he works out with Chris Brickley, and that's going to give him the ultimate advantage because it's just a pro going up against a YouTuber. So, what do you have to say in response to that?
Hey man, I don't know. I don't. I like the trainer can't get on the court for you. Like so, I done had millions of trainers. I done had hundreds of trainers. He done probably trained with millions of people. So I don't. I don't. I feel like he was training with Chris Brickley when we played against in the Big Three, and that shit was still regular. So I mean, at that point, Chris Brickley he got his own status, and he is a great trainer, but I feel like he wasted his talents with somebody who he should have been working me up, like training me.
Well, so it's obviously, well, not trying to put words in your mouth, but it just seems like you're saying that the training didn't do much when you guys actually got a chance to get on the court. So obviously you're up 1-0, and that's pretty kind of puts you up there because you've been calling yourself the king of Jersey. Now let's backtrack where that actually came from because I think I did some of my homework. You were playing against Smooth Joe. How did that actually go when you played against Smooth Joe?
Well, it started with somebody named Cat. I played against Cat. That was my first time playing in like the Northeast region. When it's free smoke, played against him on Terry
Mhm.
Card. I skunked him. And then I played Smooth Joe. They
He
kind of
didn't
hyped
score at
him.
all.
No, he didn't. It was 7-0. Then I played against Smooth Joe afterwards. They kind of hyped him up, wanted to do a whole press conference before the game. I wasn't really with it, but I just did it because they paid their money to get me to come out there and do what I do. So I did it. He talked a real big game and really kind of was like hella cocky and kind of like blew me a little bit because he just felt like he was unstoppable and that shit was regular. So I really think that's just like a Jersey thing. Like people think they better than who they are for real. So it's on brand that Briscoe think I shouldn't share the court on because he think he been up his whole life in his city. So everybody think, oh, that's who he is. Stop messing with him. Don't he gonna hurt you or whatever. I'm like, we gonna see on the 8th.
You played a lot of big names. So does Briscoe, is this like anything different to you playing against Briscoe?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. It's just another game. I feel like I feel like it's probably some people in the YouTube space that is going to be it would have been a tougher competition, for real. But and everybody think it's easy to jump on this side of the fence, but when that time comes, everybody finds out real soon that it's not that case. So I feel like Briscoe is probably the biggest name or the most hype matchup that I have played, but you know, whenever I get weeks and months to prepare for somebody, and then I step on a pay-per-view court, we all see what I do.
And this is not for you. I'm looking at the comment section. It's Light YouTube name. He says jerseys are the best hooper. They have the best hoopers, so chill. Don't reflect. He said Joe does not reflect Jersey. So it's Light or anybody that's from Jersey. Can you recommend some names? I'm sure Nas would be interested, provided that you
You got my
know
charges.
yeah, how this game goes. So if you guys are just tuning in, we got Nasir Core who went to just grab his charger. He's playing against Isaiah Briscoe, and this is a historic game. If you want to watch, become a member of this channel. I think that it's going to be totally worth it, to be honest with you, because I've been a part of some great cards. This is amongst the one that has the best storylines, and you guys are going to see one with Frank Nitty and Frank Nitty and Uncle Skoob, where Frank Nitty feels that he doesn't even need to work out to play against Skoob, which is crazy because he told me he's not even going to touch a basketball up until that date. He needs to rest his body after the Detroit series where they kind of got into it and had some back and forth. These are not my words; these are his words. And then they actually had a chance for those of you guys who became members of this channel. You got a sneak peek at them matching up. And I was there. I thought it was a great matchup. Frank Nitty matched up against Skoob, where the first play out, I think Skoob crossed Nitty to the floor actually. And so, and then Nitty kind of had some back and forth. So I thought that was cool. Now that we got Nas back, make sure you guys become a member of the show. You're not going to want to miss out on this matchup. This is history. This could be something that's going to build on forever for the guys that are trying to get onto this scene. I think that you need to take notes because this is rivalry. This is great. I love this for the sport. Now, moving on into some of the other things that I want to go over. Do you think Briscoe is taking this game lightly? Because what he told me is it's in the video that was posted. He said this is just regular stuff. Like he's in the gym training with Brickley, but it's not for you. It's to play in China. So I was asking, like, are you going to play any like one-on-ones? He's like, for what? You think you're going to come in there and beat me? Like, what I look like? This is pretty much quote unquote. So do you think that he's taking this lightly?
I mean, I really couldn't tell you, bro. I feel like if he is, then it's gonna be his worst enemy. Like he gonna be his own worst enemy if he take it be lightly. Because I don't think anybody like I feel like I done got to the point where when it comes to ones, people understand like what level of expertise I have and what type of energy I'm gonna bring. So if you don't come correct, you're gonna get rolled over, and that's just really it. So if you don't come out to play, then it's gonna get bad for him quick.
So I think both of you guys are having like a lot to say about this matchup, which is great. As a fan, it's fun for me. And honestly, I love it that it's not fabricated. Like these are real stories. Now, the biggest thing that I have is, well, I don't want to say the biggest because there's a lot of questions that I want to get to today. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Um, there's a whole thing about how YouTubers don't belong on the same floor as NBA players. So, like, when you hear that, do you kind of take that personally?
Yeah, I kind of take that personally because I feel like I'm at the forefront when it comes to YouTube, where it's like I'm probably a good representative, good spokesperson for like all of YouTube basketball one on ones, especially. So when you saying that, you damn near saying me in my eyes. And I done matched up with NBA players in multiple gyms in multiple ways, and always held my own. I've never been abused or never been. I'm pride too big to even like let somebody get the best of me. Like I'm not bigger than the program where it's like NBA players aren't talented, but
Mhm.
when it comes to like one on ones, pay per view events, mano y mano, you know, I mean my resume speaks for itself. I ain't really gotta say too much. So I feel like if you think we don't belong in the same court, this is gonna be the perfect opportunity to show the world that YouTubers are pros. We work out like pros. We train like
Mhm.
pros. We eat like pros. You know what I'm saying? We I don't understand. A pro is basically somebody that get paid to play basketball. And as much money as we get paid for these pay-per-view events, we make as much as, people
In
full
one game,
seasons
right?
overseas. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand how you keep trying to little boy us saying that we not pros or whatever, but people are making thousands and thousands, five figures, six figures off of one-on-one games. You know what I'm saying? So we making just as much as you make it in an 8 month season in the Eastern Europe country at home playing
Mhm.
one-on-one. So you keep little boy in if you want to.
I keep seeing BOB in the chat. I have no clue what that is. Also, if you guys put up a super chat or you guys throwing a little bit of bread and leave a comment, I'll always read it. Somebody Legend Killer said if Nas win, I know that IG live gonna be crazy. Are you looking forward to that live after the game?
I'm really not having my eyes on nothing but the game at this moment. I'm take everything step by step. It's kind of like my process. I have certain things that I cook up before the game for after I win, but I really kind of like just try to focus on what's at like the task at hand. So I feel like the first thing to take care of business is the one on one, making sure my body, my mental and everything that I need is in the right space going into the game. So that's kind of like my only focus at the current moment. But everybody know how I get after I win.
It looks like BOB stands for bottles on Briscoe. That's what I'm seeing in the chat. Moving on, do you think that this game is bigger for you or is it bigger for Briscoe, meaning, and I want to kind of go into that because you're number one on YouTube, but you're not actually playing against a YouTuber. You're playing against a former NBA player who people say is a legend, whether it be YouTube or whether a legend in the NBA. Now, would you say that it's bigger for you, or is it bigger for Briscoe, being that we're playing pretty much in his city?
I think it's bigger for him because of the fact that when he lose to me, the chips gonna fall after that, you know. So I feel
Mhm,
like all I know is what the result gonna be. It's gonna be a win for me. So I feel like it's gonna be a lot more backlash for him
mhm.
than applause for me because this is what I do. I always win. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you the last time I lost. And it's hard for anybody to really tell you the last time I lost. So you see what I'm saying? So when it comes to ones, you know. But
All right.
I feel like the reality check that's going to sink into him and to all of Jersey and to all the pros that think this is sweet is going to be bigger than the applause I'm gonna get for winning.
Can you talk about the record that, and you might not know the exact number, but we've seen, and even recently, we've seen a lot of pros that played in the NBA come into this space and flat out sometimes they just look sorry. And then we've seen the flip side where you get like a Eugene, who is a very good player, and we must put respect on his name, right? And he comes in and kind of does his thing, but I could tell you firsthand through a lot of people that know him, he plays one-on-one. But can you talk about, like, just what you've seen these guys come into, whether it be wins or losses, these pros that come into the space?
I just think it's all start off with like the underestimate, like when people underestimate the stamina and this don't respect the game. I think all basketball needs to be respected, and I don't care who you are or what you do. If you
Mhm.
don't respect the game is always going to get the last laugh. So I don't even know um, what else it could be other than if they don't respect. Like if you ain't coming in this shape, but you can't be. It's a different type of shape than any other shape. Like 5-on-5 shape is a different type of shape than 1-on-1 shape. So um, it's just like if you don't prepare the way you're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? The 12 P's. If you don't prepare the way you're supposed to, then you'll get rolled over. And that's just I think that's the biggest thing that people that when they come from like pros, overseas, NBA, anything, they think, okay,
Mhm.
I was in shape for that, so I'm gonna be in shape for this. And that's not how this works. You know what I'm saying? And people find that out real quick and you get embarrassed before you could really bounce back.
I had a couple questions on Twitter. I was asking people to reach out on Twitter. If you guys don't know my Insta or my Twitter, follow me on Dev in the Lab or in the Lab brand, and you guys can go ask me questions. I'll ask Isaiah, or you could just or ask Nas. You guys can ask me also in the comment section, the live chat right here. Here's one question: do you think that Briscoe is a one-on-one type of pressure player, or is he more comfortable hiding? Or I don't want to say hiding, more comfortable in a system?
I think I done seen him play multiple things. I think he is a one-on-one player, even when he plays overseas. He's definitely looking for isolation within the game. So I wouldn't say he's not a one-on-one player. I just don't think he can fuck with me.
Gotcha. Um, if there could be anything that happens in this game that you want fans to remember or shock people, what would that one thing be?
Anything that say it one more time.
If there could be any moment that you want that you could just predetermine that's going to happen and it actually comes true during the game, like for example, like you might cross somebody to the floor or hit a game winning shot. What was that moment that you want to stick in everybody's head from Jersey?
I don't want him to remember a moment. I just want him to take in this whole masterpiece I'm finna show you. Like it's gonna be a whole movie. Watch the whole movie. I don't want you to just remember one moment in the movie. Watch the whole movie, enjoy it, get your popcorn. The 8th, I'll see you there.
Guys, if you guys are watching this live, we got almost 1,000 people watching Nasir Core live right now. We're going to jump into some other questions after I have this last question for him. But like I said, if you are visiting for the first time, and you're tired of this, and go ahead and join us, hit that subscribe button, and also become a member so you can watch this game. You're going to get a lot of other content. We didn't just make it like a one-time thing. You're going to get a lot of content that comes with this stuff. So the membership will be worth it. And keep in mind, I know a lot of people have trouble like, oh, if you guys are going to make it all a paid thing. No, we're going to give you plenty of content. Now that I'm a part of it, I'm going to give you everything I got. Ball's life is going work behind the scenes. Nasir Core is doing this thing. He's growing his own brand. I think it's pretty cool. Now let's end with this on terms of Isaiah Briscoe. We can move on after that. What do you have to say to Isaiah Briscoe? I want you to send a message to him right now.
I ain't got no. I ain't got no. I feel like I'm so talked out about Briscoe. Like I feel like Briscoe, he know what it is. He know how I'm coming to play on the 8th. And if you don't know, then you gonna find out soon enough. It's less than 10 days away. So
score prediction?
I don't know. I don't do that. But I'm gonna win by 5 or more.
How about this? How about you guys in the comment section? Nas don't want to give a score prediction. I respect that. How about you guys give us one? Somebody said 30-5. We'll wait to see some of those other things. Now, I want to jump into this. Let's go over each individual matchup. Now, we got confirmation on Darnell versus Left Hand Down. What are your score? I don't want to say score predictions. Talk about the matchup just in general, whether it be a good one, whether it's going to be, a blowout. What do you think?
I think that's an amazing matchup. I feel like, especially where Dom is at right now, I can't go against Dom. I'm going to say I'm with Dom. But I will also say that Darnell is somebody that actually is a dog. I actually like his game a lot. So with this game happening, I'm just going to be a fan. But I would definitely go with Dom. But it's going to be a great game. I think so. Whoever wins, it wins by like 2 to 4 points at most.
Are you looking forward to those TikTok videos after the game? Those TikTok videos would be so funny.
Oh, you talking about like the one they made with
all your opponents.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That was fine. I just want to, that's gonna be a good moment after reflecting back.
No, that's all. I love those videos, no matter who makes them. Let's go into my favorite match. Well, actually, it's top 2. You in this matchup, we got Skoob versus Nitty. Now, I want to paint the picture, set the table for you guys. You haven't seen the video. I'm not gonna give away nothing, but talk about you were playing with Frank, and Skoob was playing with Bruce, and there was a 2-on-2. And I thought as soon as I saw what I saw, I was like, they got to play 1-on-1. Can you talk about a little bit about what happened without giving away the matchup?
It was just, I think they are total opposites. and like personality and a lot of things that they do in life. And it is you could win in life in multiple ways, you know what I'm saying? And I just think they are total opposites. Like Nitty is somebody that is doing like he's into fashion, he's into multiple different areas. He kind of he want to act, he want to model, he want to do all the things, different things. And he cares about his image, and he cares about a lot of things that whereas Skoob is kind of like narrow minded, you know what I'm saying? He likes to focus in on one thing, lock in on that thing and grow that and try to like build something from the ground up. Which I feel like both of them have. But I just feel like they do it in such different ways that they collide as like personality, and then at the highest of moments when emotions at the highest, that's when you see that class. And I feel like it's been brewing for like years. You know,
it has.
Like they done got into it multiple times. If we really run tape on all the times Nitty and Skoob done got into it, is endless tape. So I feel like that was just a brewing moment of it all. And you just seen two people like truly get into it in the most basketball way possible. I feel like it was definitely something that I was over there like watching like damn what the fuck for to go down. So it was definitely something.
I'm not gonna lie, I was loving it because I never kind of knew, and then I started backtracking on some videos. I'm like, oh, they've been getting into it. And normally something that I see, and this is not disrespect to either player or anybody else that's been on the platform, Nitty will say stuff and people won't really say anything back. But that was the first time I really saw like, oh, Skoob is really talking back, quote unquote. Just cry, just quit. Go ahead and quit. Like he was yelling that out in the middle of the game. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be a fire matchup. So I'm happy that we actually able to see that.
That's something that Skoob also notices. And he said that. Like he was like, he don't like that nobody don't say nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? Usually I'm on the same team as Nitty, so it never really is an opportunity for me. Like we get into it on as teammates, it's a different type of level. But people they complain about the calls that Nitty gets and the way that he acts. But Skoob was the only person that kind of was like, bro, I'm tired of this shit. And that's kind of like where you see it all come out for him.
AK is getting ready to put something out, but I'm gonna tease it on stream. Don't kill me, AK. But listen to everybody listen to this real quick.
I'm directly talking to you, Frank Nitty. I'm just big on like respecting the game. Like I don't like how he uses the age as an escape cause. Like, well, shit, if I lose, I'm 36. But if I win, I'm 36. Like, bro, I get it. You trying to prove to the kids or to the people that there's more to.
I don't want to give away that whole video, but Skoob is actually sounding off on Nitty. And to be honest with you, when I got out there, Skoob was just like, hey, look, like I'm gonna be honest with you. I know I kind of been quiet, but I'm gonna just say what I want to about Nitty because blah blah blah. And it's all due respect because I like him off the court. And then he just went crazy and started going. So I'm gonna put you in an awkward position. Who's gonna win the game?
I'm gonna have to go with Skoob just because of, and both of them my guys. Nitty, me and Nitty go from the big three to every 2-on-2 that we didn't play. It's always me and Nitty. And Skoob is somebody that I go on tour with, one-on-ones and stuff like that. So I'm really going Skoob due to the fact that I know how he gonna score. One, I done seen it time and time again. Two, and he just has like I said, I done seen it in every environment. We'd have been on tour. I see how he worked. I see the progressions he done made throughout. You know what I'm saying? From when I first met him to now. So I've never seen Nitty really in the one-on-one space. I've seen him a couple flashes of it, but I've never really seen it like a full game against a tough ass opponent. So I'm gonna just go with somebody that I know what I'm gonna get out of him. So
you heard it from Nasir Core. He got Skoob winning the game. Legend Killer added another comment. He said, that's the old school. That's that old school. And honestly, I've been talking about this in the Detroit series. We saw, and he explains it to me. You guys are gonna see it in a video. The Black Ghost was created because of Lamar and Eugene. That combination right there. But during the Detroit series, I started seeing a mix between Uncle Skoob and the Black Ghost. And to make that more clear, he was just talking more. He wasn't letting nothing slide. I started seeing it when Pep was talking crazy to him. He couldn't hold it in any longer. Like, go check up. Please come check up. And I respect it. I love it. I'm very happy that this is getting ready to go down. Let's move on. We got Zay versus Bruce. I need to hear it. What's your prediction? What's going to happen? Is that a good matchup? Kind of weird matchup? I don't know.
It's weird because it's the guys, like
I know. They friends.
We always, like I said, when we was on the tour, it was me, Zay, Bruce, Skoob, Trey, Vern. Like, that's the guys, that's the game. So it's kind of hard to pick a side. I think this is a great game for both sides. Zay coming off a loss, he's trying to bounce back, and he coming to play for sure. But Bruce also, he's trying to get his respect in the game, and I think people need to stop disrespecting Bruce because he done worked his way up and he's earned all his respect. You know what I'm saying? So if I had to put anybody for the most improved, it would be one. Well, on our side, it would be Bruce. On
Dom too, though. Dom too.
Dom and Bruce, and then I guess on next chapter side, I would say Cam because I see Cam came a long way too. So, but I would say Bruce has earned his respect. Every game he won it. They try to make a narrative of how he plays and stuff like that. He only 6'2", 6'3". He's not a big.
No, he not.
He wins. He just wins. So I'm gonna leave my prediction out for that game. I'm gonna just enjoy. Like I'm really gonna sit back. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna watch the game. And
You can't go to either corner, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna literally just probably sit in the middle, pull a chair up, sit in the middle, and just enjoy good basketball because it's gonna be good ball. Because both of them don't care that they friends, they're gonna play. So that's just how I go.
I'm gonna give it up to King Deshaun and I think that's VT who just became a member. They're gonna get the pay-per-view game, or all the games. It's gonna be a vibe. Y'all make sure y'all pull up. Make sure y'all become members right now. Don't waste your time because those tickets will go up. And the closer that we get to the date, it's gonna be a fire matchup. This is history, right? The more you guys support, the more we're able to do. The more we're able to play players or pay players. And honestly, you guys might be on this platform one day. So make sure you guys support. Thank you guys for all who supported the last one. We want to move on. So we got those matchups. We got almost what a lot of people would say the game of the night: LP versus Jahvon Quinerly. What you got? What do you think about that matchup?
I actually kind of like it a lot. I think
Mm-hmm.
I think LP has come a long way as well. I know we get into it a lot, but I really think it's just competitive. Like we get into it because we both want to be the alpha. Like, and everybody, I think me, Skoob, Zay, and everybody else like close to being the alpha is kind of like we got so cool and we've been in the game so long that we all just
Right.
got mutual respect. Him being new and fresh is like fuck y'all, you know. So
Yep.
I kind of remember that feeling when I was that, you know what I'm saying. So I fuck with that, you know. I fuck it. Like I said, I heard somebody say the other day it made everybody get back on their shit. Like, and I could truly say that. Like, I was like, hold on, like, okay, let me lock the fuck in because I'm not gonna go out here because he talked crazy. He talked
He do.
crazy. So you gotta be ready because if you don't, he gonna run you over too. And that's kind of I just respect him a lot for that. And you know, the day that we play was gonna be a big day. It's gonna come down the line. But
I can't wait for that one.
but I think JQ to get him out of retirement to play in a one-on-one game is major. Like I feel like people are really downplaying that. Like this, he stopped playing in the G League, NBA, whatever he was doing, stopped playing overseas, and said, "I'm done with basketball." He really made a post, and I remember that post going up and just like being in awe because like he was so young. He was just out of college or something like that. Like
He was still in it, I believe.
yeah, like for him to say, "I'm putting the basketball down," and anybody that's been in this sport at a high level, you know how hard it is for you to really even like fathom that thought of putting the basketball down. Like
Right.
people literally go years being sorry as hell, but still trying to play basketball because they just can't put it down. So it's like, it's just a hard thing to do. And for him to say that was kind of crazy at his age. So for him to really come outside after he retired is major, and it's gonna be a movie. I think you just asked me what I think about the matchup right now. Who I think will win?
Yeah, I didn't ask you that yet. Who will win? I just want to see what you thought about that matchup before we asked that. I just wanted to thank Jay Span and I think it's Kanan. One of you guys. If I said your name wrong, my bad. But thank you guys for becoming members. It's gonna be a vibe. So make sure you guys keep becoming members to get all the videos that we're gonna put out. We got something coming out pretty soon today. Now, with that said, I want to put in my 2 cents about JQ. He was just a good person, and the fact that he walked away from the game. Jameer, I see you. Jameer, I see you. Appreciate you guys signing up, becoming members. I appreciate it. Just because JQ quit from the game doesn't mean he forgot how to play. It is a tough task coming back into this space, though. It is a tough task coming back into this space, but he's got game. He grew up playing 101. He's an East Coast guard, so that's what they do, right?
Mhm.
But it's great that he is a part of this event, and especially for that side of the country, New Jersey, New York, where he kind of made a name for himself. I want to talk about Jellyfan. Shout out to Isaiah Washington. Honestly, shout out to Briscoe. Shout out to all those guys. Filet, that kind of put on a movement, made basketball fun during those times. Imagine if they had NIL during the Jellyfan time. What? They would be making millions.
I remember
You
going
kidding me?
outside trying to learn how to jelly. I
Me
never really
too.
got it down, but
I sucked at it.
that was something that that was a movement. Like it went from Jelly Fam to Jam Fam to
Right.
Unicorn Fam. Like they had everybody had a different, So I feel like they was monumental in like basketball culture at one point. And yeah, like he was at the forefront of Jelly Fam. Like everybody knew him, and I know he played one, but I just think
It's gonna be tough.
it's gonna be tough jumping in here. I don't know what kind. Nobody knows what shape he in. Everybody know like that ball gonna be on the string regardless. You don't lose it like quick
Mm.
like that. So it's gonna be on the string. You gonna be able to. You feel me? Out is he gonna make shots at a high level because LP guards at a high level? You feel me? Is he gonna win like get tired early because LP is not at this point? You just see LP put on a lot when it comes to his stamina and his shape. So there's a lot of questions I have about that game. So
Me
that's
too.
why I don't got it at game of night because I got LP winning by a lot. Just because LP came off a loss as well. He didn't like his performance. And one thing I know about LP, he take everything. He remembers everything. He takes
Oh
everything.
yeah.
And I gave him a hard time about that loss. So I know like
Yeah, I
he'll
forgot.
what I'm saying? He didn't forget. Like he not letting nobody have that up on him no more. So
I want to say something about Lamar. I give him a hard time, just about doing the commentating and stuff. I'm critical about a lot of guys, and people think that's like, oh, me hating. We got to reevaluate what hating is because I'm a fan. I think you are too. Like Lamar's good. Like I love what he brings to, and you just talked about. I love what he brings to the table. Some would say he's exactly what this scene needed. I agree with that. And he's got a fun game. He's explosive. His left to right crossovers, his hezzies, they're all fun. Now I'll say this: when we first saw Lamar, go look at his neck. He had rolls in his bro. He lost a lot of weight, bro. I went to watch him work out. He's windmilling, shooting from half court, working hard, running full court, knocking down shots. He's in shape now, and we're starting to see that. We saw some stuff that people haven't seen yet, bro. Lamar is getting in shape, and he honestly, some of those games, I'm like, man, hey, he could compete with the best of them, if not beat the best of them. So we're gonna see. Obviously, you would say something differently to that, in terms of because I know you guys compete, but Lamar is the real deal, and I want everybody to know it. And he's not going. He's here to stay, and we're lucky to have him because he could be playing somewhere else. Dude tore his ACL in his back doing this thing. So, not even to talk too much about that. It's great to have you, LP. And I look forward to what's coming next. LP, can you? I'm sorry, Nas. Can you give us a prediction on what's going to happen in the game? Who's going to win it?
I think LP,
Go.
like you said, like a lot faster, stronger, stamina wise. It's gonna be a lot to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like LP gonna win by a lot. And he's hungry. He's hungry. He wants it.
Hey, he did not want to let that city down again, man. I saw the support and the love. That's real. That's genuine. And I love seeing how people really mess with him in his city. It kind of goes for a lot of you guys, man. Y'all like the heartbeat of your cities that people just really mess with y'all. And that's something that a lot of people, even Briscoe, he got that. Y'all all had that in common where people swear by y'all. And that's what I believe that the scene needs. Now, without further ado, we're going to kind of wrap things up. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure you guys, bro, when you see stuff on social media, please like, comment, all that stuff, like share. It actually matters. It really does. So just make sure y'all support this. Follow Nas. Nas, where can they find you on Instagram?
Right now I'm not on Instagram. I mean, my Instagram is still live at Nasir_Core 5, but I'm not on Instagram. I didn't want to get on this, but AK is my guy, Dev is my
I
guy.
know
So
you didn't want to get on it. I know you did.
I
You
did, I
school,
did.
y'all off it, man. And I
I
respect that because it's time to lock in.
exactly.
Real quick. Anybody got any questions for Nas before we go? This is a one-time thing. One thing that makes everything cool in social media is that you're able to communicate with the players. I remember the first time I talked to some of the NBA players and they knew who I was, and I didn't know. I didn't know they was watching some of the stuff that I was doing. I didn't know Kevin Durant talked about Nasir's core game, like how nobody beat him, and that's pretty cool. the fact that you're able to go back and forth and chat with some of these guys, you have your opportunity to do it right now. Keep it respectful. I'll leave like 30 seconds for it. Somebody's asking, who's next? Who's next after a win against Briscoe?
Pat Beverly.
Patrick Beverly.
If I can get my way, if I can have my way, it'll be Patrick Beverly. I know people want me to say Rob, but that shit. I'm tired of saying that. Patrick Beverly. If anybody can get that, I feel like once I break that barrier, that NBA, YouTube, I feel like it's more. I'm getting closer and closer for somebody like Patrick Beverly to come outside. So I know I done had conversations with him and let him know how I feel about it. So yeah, Patrick Beverly.
Just want y'all to know. I'm responsible for helping, a lot with this whole scene. I want to help grow. I want to help make the scene more money. And, having Patrick Beverly, hey, look, that would be just a fun game from a trash talking standpoint and a competition standpoint, obviously. Chat, who do y'all think will win that game? I would actually like to know what y'all think. Okay, so I got two more questions. Everybody's talking about the Patrick Beverly. That's actually pretty funny. Would you be ever interested in the game against Eugene when he's back in town?
I would put him over Patrick Beverly, to be honest. I just feel like I owe him an ass whooping. So if Eugene became available, people be like, why you don't never say Eugene? Is because the nigga is not in the States or he ain't got a kid on the way. So I'm not gonna keep asking for somebody that's obviously is not like, that's not his first priority right now. So same with Rob. I'm not gonna keep asking Rob. I'm not gonna keep asking for Eugene because they got other priorities and other obligations that it just can't happen at the moment. So but if Eugene became available, I will be on the first thing smoking to get there.
I love it. He's a competitor too. I know he'd be down for it too. I'm gonna actually cut it off there. We're actually way over time. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure you guys share this. Make sure you gas it up. I can't do all this by myself. I can only do this with you guys. We'll see you guys on the next video. Make sure to stay tuned for some stuff that's getting ready to come out soon. And thanks for watching.